Good morning. Has anybody ever seen one of these? Looks like a beeper. And it's got the little clip you can put right there on your belt. This one is special though. Wake you up. This is actually an alarm that I was given when I was overseas. So if in case I ever came across a bad situation, I could just pull the cord. Interesting. Good morning. My name is Jenny Webb, and I'm here to talk to you about the importance of cardiorespiratory exercise for your health now and for in the future. Did you know that doing cardio 2 to 3 times a week can help you live a leaner, healthier life? I'm going to tell you a story about my sister, one of my older sisters. If you ever heard me talk before, you've heard me talk about my older sisters and how they loved to torture me growing up. My next to the oldest sister, Trisha, she's 3 years older than I am. About 2 years ago, she got to a point where she was morbidly obese. She was well over 250 pounds. She was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and had numerous different mental and physical ailments. And she was a smoker. And she basically, all she did all day was sit around on her couch and drink soda, and just was not active in any way. One day, my nephew, her son, who was about 8 at the time, he was out in the backyard playing, and she was inside sitting on her couch, and she heard him yelling and screaming. And she got outside to find out what was wrong, and here he'd been stung by a bee, and he is allergic. Now, they knew he was, but for some reason they didn't have an EpiPen downstairs. It was actually upstairs. And so my sister, being horribly overweight, it was a task for her to get upstairs, get the EpiPen, get back downstairs and get it to him. And she was completely out of breath. It took a lot longer than it should have for this process. I mean, and of course, and in her mind, she knows that this is taking a long time, and so she's worrying. So that day, she realized that not only has she put herself at risk, her health, her life, it also puts her family at risk. And that day, she decided to do something about it. So she decided that she was going to start dieting and she was going to start exercising. And she used cardiorespiratory exercises, walking, running, jogging. And of course, she wasn't much of a runner or jogger at the time. She's actually able to jog now, but back then, it was mainly just walking, or she had a treadmill in her house, so she could walk on the treadmill. So here we are 2 years later, and she has lost about 100 pounds. She has stopped smoking, and she no longer has type 2 diabetes. She still does respiratory exercise. She does it on a daily basis now to help control her weight. She lives a much healthier life. The benefits of cardiorespiratory, I 3 in my mind that are important. Cardio can help you lose and maintain weight. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, only a few lifestyle choices have as large an impact on your health as physical activity. People who are physically active for about 7 hours a week have a 40% lower risk of dying early than those who are active less than 30 minutes a week. So, even 2 to 3 times a week is good. It's better than nothing. Another reason you should do cardiorespiratory is that it helps with daily functioning. It will help improve your range of motion and your physical function, and also prevent falls in older adults. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, adults should do flexibility exercises at least 2 to 3 days a week to improve range of motion and neurometer exercises for balance, agility, coordination, and gait. And it's recommended 2 to 3 days a week. And this leads me to my third and final reason. It also helps with your mental health. In life, such as lower percent of depression and the cognitive decline in adults who were physically active in their younger years. Regular physical activity also appears to reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression for children and adolescents. So, I mean, it's good if you have kids to make sure that they're active. According to the government health site, health.gov, mental health benefits have been found in people who do aerobic or a combination of aerobic and muscle strength activities 3 to 5 days a week for at least 30 minutes at a time. And there we have it. Those are my reasons and my story for cardiorespiratory exercise. It helps to lose and maintain weight control. It helps with daily functioning, improving range of motion and physical function. And it helps with mental health and problems such as depression and cognitive decline in older adults. I've told you the story about my sister and how she challenged herself to live a better, healthier lifestyle by doing cardiorespiratory exercise. So now I challenge you to challenge yourself to live a healthier life, physically and mentally, for now and for in the future. Thank you for listening.